Hi, everyone. All right, so I got a new deck of cards at Barnes and Nobles last night. Pretty excited. So they're called Karma cards, and they're by Monte Farber, and it is published by Sterling Ethos out of New York. So, karma cards will answer questions and help point you in the right direction. The great prophet Edgar Cayce defined karma as meeting yourself. Best-selling metaphysical author Monte Farber, a professional psychic astrologer, has devised a remarkable system to meet yourself and explore your full potential. It combines the ancient wisdom of astrology with a quick and easy technique. Well, that sounds exciting. Planets, signs, houses. To learn the answer to questions about your karma on the spiritual, mental, or physical level, simply shuffle the deck, deal, and interpret three cards. One from each the planet, one each from the planet sign and house groups. Your message is written right on the cards so you can access your answer instantly. It is fun to do, yet deep levels of personal insight are revealed. Let karma cards, a divination classic, perceptively guide you on your life's path. Included inside 36 full color, beautiful illustrated karma cards, Monty Farber's 96-page karma card guidebook. Amazing and fun to use astrology cards to read your future. Exciting. Okay. Hope this isn't too loud. I guess I kind of had that mic a little close. Ever so carefully. Wouldn't it be nice if they could just put a ribbon around everything instead of this non-biodegradable material? All right, let's stick that in my pocket so it doesn't make a bunch of noise in a minute when it undoes itself. Okay. Make sure you guys can. Come on, focus. Be a good camera. There we go. So pretty clever. I like it when boxes have fun little clever things because I like boxes, who doesn't? Oh, good. So you can slide the book out. And I know nobody wants to see this part, but we have to look at the book. So we have center yourself, visualize the situation in question, phrase your question, obtaining your answer, interpreting your answer. Okay. Talks about the houses, the outcome action technique. Talks about the signs. And the planets. The houses. So very interesting. A little bit of everything. Oh, and then apparently there's a secret at the end. It says, shh, don't tell anyone. So I guess you'll have to buy them too. So my head's already tingling, which means Spirit's saying this is a good thing. So that'll be nice for storing later on. we go. A little larger than a regular tarot card. Well, a Los Caballero tarot card. So about the same size as an oracle card. A Doreen Virtue oracle card anyway. I'm going to rip it. All right. So the backs of the cards, pretty cool. So we have the planets. So this is good, so you can't get them mixed up. The signs. And the houses. There will be anxiety about trouble, the south node. And, oh, perfect. So they are reversible backs, which is good. Remember, reconsider. Now is not the time to. And then they're two-toned, depending on what side. So we have kind of an indigo and a purple. The north node. Pluto. And I have Band-Aid stuck to my finger. Ew. I guess I will put that in my pocket as well. Ew. Neptune. I'm really digging that picture. Uranus. Saturn. Jupiter. I really like that face. That's pretty cool. And so, of course, it's going to be for both sides. Mars. Venus. Mercury. The beautiful moon. And the sun. All right. So moon, define, accept, let your feelings tell you how to. The nurturing of, feeling caused by, and reactions. Sun, the creation of, the gain of respect for or from, things brought to life or light. Demonstrate, realize, act like a leader. I'm actually super excited about these cards. Okay, so there's the planets. Now we have the signs. So call me crazy, but I'm guessing there's 12. So we'll go a little slow. Yay, Pisces is first. So, of course, you guys probably all know I'm a Pisces, and this is my birthday present to myself because today's my birthday. Super excited. All right, so I'm going to show you both sides. if it'll focus. Come on, I know you want to focus. There we go. See, it told me it did. It's hard to read these backwards, so I'm just going to show you because I'm seeing them backwards right now. Love the picture. Capricorn. Another cool pic. So with these, what I'm noticing is S, M, and P. So S would be the sun sign. Guessing P would be the planets. And depending on what card you pull them with is which line you go off of. That's what it seems like. Of course, you'll have to buy the deck. And obviously, I just opened it, so I don't know yet. Haven't read the book. Scorpio. Libra. Virgo. Leo. Beautiful picture. Cancer. Yeah, so these have to be something connecting with the other cards. I'm really excited to learn what that will be. Gemini. Love it. There's double faces for the twins there. Taurus. You know, I have a weak spot for you, Taurus. Aries. All right, now let's check out the houses. I don't think I'll reverse these. I know everyone wants to see the signs, of course. You're interested in what your sign would show. So again, this is the houses. So we have the 12th house. And I'm not an astrologer, so unfortunately, I don't know too much. I think the 3rd house is ruled communication, but I think this will help with the astrology information. The 11th house, the 10th house. Love that picture. Very Asgardian. 9th house. 8th house. Very Phoenix-like almost. Seventh house. Focus. So, you guys, I don't know what causes it to go out of focus. I tried to get the glare off to see if that helps. Sixth house. Fifth house. Fourth house. What do you know? Third house is about communication because there's a telephone. Oh, second house must be about money because there's money in this photo. Pretty cute picture. Let me get a little closer. I need a manicure. My fingers are all dry from shuffling cards. And the first house, which of course, who you are, your desires, your actions, these are all true things. Second house is your belief in your values. Third house, your ideas, your short-term thinking and trips. Fourth house, what makes you feel secure and support your family-based, your home-based or family. Fifth house is the power of love, investment, gambles, and other games, your creations. Sixth house, service to others, what is good for us, and your work. Well, I'm going to have to pull up my chart now and see what's in my sixth house. Probably Capricorn. They are hard workers, and I'll tell you, it's a curse. It's a curse. You know, Capricorns, you all have a hard time finding that balance between work and play, for sure. Seventh house, balance, cooperation, your partners. Eighth house, personal power, the mysteries of life, major change. Ninth house, spiritual values, long-range thinking or travel, what is to be shared. Your 10th house is your destiny, where you're going in your career. Your 11th house, freedom, associations, your circle of friends. And your 12th house, your faith, hidden tendencies, large institutions, or overwhelming events. Hence the bars, the gel bars. Okay. What you're buckled into. And which, of course, means that's why Spirit said, hey, I know you already have 10 books on astrology, but you need to pick this one up as well. What can I say? It was in the little bargain section for $10, so I picked it up as well. And this will go great with this deck. So I have a lot of studying to do before I can use this. And I love it when books covers have this, so you can mark your page. How wonderful is that? So might as well just show you this book too. Taurus Decoded. Planets in Taurus. Oh yeah, this is why, that's actually why I did it. Because that's why I bought this book, because this is so interesting. So you Astro Cafe, you can get your free birth chart, so you can find out your sun, moon, rising, your north node, your south node, what planets are in which house. It's all for free. You do need to know what time you were born, because That, along with where you were born, will give the exact, you know, longitude, latitude, time, gives the exact what is in your house. So for me, Pisces, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Capricorn, rising. Um, so yes, I'm all about spiritualism, psychic abilities, family, grounding, um, home life. Taurus love heavy furniture. This table, oh my god, I can't even tell you how heavy this table is. And it's vintage. I love antique heavy furniture. And then Capricorn, I am a hard worker. I do put myself into helping others a lot, which again is all three: Pisces, Taurus, Capricorn. Um, my North Node is in Scorpio, which talks about knowing about what you want. And once I make my mind up, that Scorpio and Taurus energy, certainly I've made my mind up. I've said it. I have my goals. I know what I want. I'm going to go for it. And with that Capricorn energy, I'm going to work hard at it. And then with that Pisces and Scorpio energy together, it's going to be very passionate, determined, and caring and gentle way, with that Pisces ruling overall. And I actually have a lot of Pisces in my chart. A lot. It's actually kind of crazy. Um, so that information about your sun sign, your moon sign, where all your planets are, it is so crazy. But let me also say, don't go verbatim off of what the website says it means, because that part isn't always true. All right. That's just a rough general reading, kind of like my tarot readings. It's going to give you generalized information about each sign, but your life experiences, life lessons you've already learned, all of that plays into where you are and how well you're going to connect. Like, say something is unfavorable and you're like, well, that's not me at all. But if you look at yourself, you're probably going to say, well, that was me when I was a teenager, and I've grown so much, or that could have been you last year, and you've raised your vibration so much and you've grown and you've worked to change that that's no longer you. That's just a portion of who you were during this lifetime for a lesson you needed to learn. And that's fine. You don't need to be ashamed of it. You had to go through it. Who you once were affects who you are now, but doesn't define who you are now. So, all that information is amazing. So, I totally recommend that. And I'm really looking forward to studying these cards, reading the guidebook, and just really getting to know this. So, if you're still sticking around, because I'm sure this video has already gotten pretty lengthy, obtain your answer. Lay the 3 decks of karma cards face down in front of you. Arrange them from left to right in the following order: planets, signs, and houses. Notice that each deck of 12 cards is distinguished by a different color used for the words, and the cartouche design on the back of each card. The back of the planets cards use purple, the signs use orange, and the houses use green. Take the first deck on your left marked planets and shuffle all 12 cards in it as you visualize the situation in your mind's eye, and say your question out loud, which you probably hear tarot card readers all the time. You talk to your cards and you create a relationship with cards in a space of neutrality. That's how you communicate with your cards, and then your cards will communicate with you in the readings so that you can read for others. If you can do that, you can be sure that you're concentrating on your question. Yep, if you're thinking about the words you're saying, then you're not thinking about affecting the cards, which is why I don't use a pendulum because I feel like my emotions affect the way it sways too much. But I love them. Shuffle the planets deck until you feel comfortable. Some people shuffle until they finish asking the question. Others picture a person or divine symbol hovering over the situation, and they wait until their symbol gives them a signal of readiness. This could be a smile, a gesture, or anything of personal significance. So, obviously, that will be in your mind's eye. For a fortunate few, it may happen right in front of your eyes. Repeat this procedure with the stack in the center marked signs and the stack on the right marked houses. If the karma card seems to jump out of the deck, place it on the top of the pile face down. It wants to tell you something. Love me some jumpers. Make sure that the three stacks are next to each other and are still arranged with the planets on the left, signs in the middle, and houses on the right. Now turn over the top card of each stack. Notice that there are words on every karma card. Some words are printed in three different shades of blue and surrounded by a blue cartouche design, and others in the shades of red and surrounded by red design. If you want to know the outcome of a situation, arrange the three cards so that you can read the words printed in blue. So let's just turn over the top cards. Jack, Jack, stop meowing at the door. The words printed in blue. So that's the top on this one. And we'll turn this one over. The nurturing of spirituality to ultimate experience who you are. Use that as a bookmark. If you want to know what you should do about a situation, arrange the three cards so that you can read the words printed in red. All right, so let's turn them over. Defend your dreams immediately. Oh, these are awesome. Okay. You first Your first reading could look like a card layout on the previous page, where Mars is reflecting as the god of war, the ram illustrates Aries, and the first house is interpreted by masks. The action, red words, are shown at the top of the three cards. To read the outcome, blue words, simply turn the cards around, always keeping the three decks in the planet signs house order from left to right. Interpret your answers. At last, now the fun starts. Notice that karma cards have oh, here we go. Yay, because I did notice. All right. Cards have a single letter, either S, M, or P, to the left of the words. These letters, oh, nice. There's three levels of answers you can obtain: one, spiritual; two, mental; and three, physical. So, spiritual, what is the best for your nurturing of your soul? Mental, what is the best for nurturing of your intellect? And physical, what is the best for the nurturing of your bodily needs? So, let's do mental. Accept your idealization of the way you project yourself. Ooh. So, are you projecting yourself the way you see it? Are you really looking at it? So, this is really about self reflection because karma is about meeting oneself. I mean, are you being a bitch or do you think you're just being sassy? Because what you think might be sassy is could be being thought of as being a bitch by somebody else. So then you would need to reevaluate your approach and how you choose your words and how you choose to state your words. So this really is about taking a look at yourself, which is not what most people like to do, but you need it for growth. You can't it's not you can't be one of those do as I say, not as I do people because then nobody's going to respect you. No one's going to want to hang out with you. No one's going to want to talk to you, and you're going to get pushed out of the circle. And that's no bueno. So always be the best you. So, physical, let your feelings tell you how to be a part of something overwhelming and do it on your own. Love it. All right. And then let's do spiritual reversed. The nurturing of the spirit to ultimate experience. Oh, we already did that. Let's do physical reactions resulting from the indecision of or about your actions. So that's perfect. They all tell a story, which is wonderful. That's what cartomancy and divination is about, is telling a story that's going to help your querent, the person with the question. So this is amazing. Then it goes on to speak about sample answers. And then, of course, it gets into the information here about the signs. And remember, information about your sign, again, it's a part of who you are or possibly who you were, but may no longer be. So you must always keep that in mind. So, of course, let's read Pisces. Pisces, the fish. Astrological symbol, two fish, one swimming upstream and the other down. So those fish represent Venus and Cupid, just so you know. Little side note. The symbol of Pisces remind our ancestors of the point at which one year was dying while another was being born. Ah, spring. The ideals of Aquarius were tempered by the sad realities of Pisces. It was an emotional time, a time to discover how dependable your friends were when you needed them. It was the end of winter. The supplies were at the lowest point. The strong and the compassionate were required to do with less so that the children, the elderly, and the less fortunate could survive. Damn, I wish the world was like that now. Sorry, that made me sad. I just wish the world was like that now. Sometimes people even gave their lives so that others would live. Hmm. I feel like such a Pisces right now. The reason for the survival of our species from ancient times until now may be our capacity for self denial, sometimes even martyrdom. Early Christians used the sign of the fish as a means of identifying their secret meeting places. So clandestine. Associations. Pisces rule the negation of the individual ego. And this can happen by positive means such as self sacrifice, philanthropy, oh God, philanthropy, and faith in an all powerful force, or through negative ego denial such as escapism, drugs, and alcohol. So all these things are describing Pisces because Pisces love to escape. And they do live, we believe in an all powerful force. Other examples of ego denial are institutions that deny the importance of an individual ego, such as large corporations, government bureaucracies, the military, hospitals, prisons, and some religions. The part of the body ruled by Pisces is the feet, which connect us to the earth. People born during the sign of Pisces function best when they feel that in some way they are serving and connected to all there is. This is a true story, people. A term used to describe the sum total of everything in existence in this world and the next. Pisces is also associated with telepathy. The fish of Pisces swim in the ocean that covers the unities and land masses of our planet. Put your foot in the ocean and you are connected to all the land that the oceans of the world touch. According to a growing body of research, people with so called extrasensory perception, like Edgar Cayce, may, sorry, I really need to bring reading glasses in here. Many others and me are thought to have somehow developed the ability we all have in tune into the universal ocean of thought possession by all three is. All there is. In many cases, I believe now this is his writing here, Monty's. In many cases, I believe my psychic abilities received a turbo boost because of the immense mental effort I expanded creating the karma cards without the use of a computer. Doing so seems to have rewired my brain, enabling me to receive information from the Akashic records, or as we call it now, the quantum field. One of the first and greatest quantum physicists, Dr. Albert Einstein, yes, whose birthday is March 14th, guys, born under the sign of Pisces, formulated his theory of relativity, E equals mc squared, which proved that the fundamental level of all matter is made of the same energy, and that level we can communicate with all there is because we are directly and inseparably connected to all there is. The return of the sun to the portion of the zodiac occupied by the constellation Aries marks the return of spring, and so the cycle began again. For thousands of years, astrologers in the same, excuse me, for thousands of years, astrologers in every advanced culture observed the relationship for specific types of celestial phenomena with specific events of nature, nations, and rulers of nations. Astrology advanced to the point where it has discovered that a map showing the position of the planets at the moment a ruler was born could be interpreted to reveal much about the ruler's tendencies and even predict the time situations he and his nation would face. When astrologers eventually constructed horoscopes from Greek hora, meaning hour, and scopes, meaning watcher, the individuals other than the rulers of nations, the first step towards recognizing all of the nights had been taken. Another contribution to humanity came about from the efforts of astrologers seeking even more accurate methods by plotting planetary positions until the start of the age of scientific realism. Some 300 years ago, astrology and astronomy were so close as to be indistinguishable. During his quest to produce more accurate horoscopes, Sir Isaac Newton discovered the principles of calculus and his laws of motion, though it's a rare scientist who will admit this. So if any of your scientific friends ask why you're interested in the study of astrology, you can quote the words of one of their own. When comet discovery, Sir Edwin Halley questioned the belief in astrology to oh my goodness gracious, I can't even talk. When Comet discoverer Sir Edmund Halley discovered the belief in astrology of Sir Isaac Newton, Sir Isaac replied, I have studied these things. You have not. All right. So, yeah, I know everyone wants to go buy this now, right? This is amazing. I love this. So, really looking at oneself. I have to find some more books from Monty. I like the way he writes him words together. They're real nice. It's pretty good stuff. All right, guys. Well, I need some victims to practice this on. I guess I better call some friends and practice this book, practice these cards on them. How fun is this deck? All right. Well, I didn't put any links below. I figure y'all know how to Google Barnes and Nobles, and you know when there's one in your hometown or near you. So you can go on over. We don't have enough bookstores anymore, that's for sure. Thanks for watching. I hope that was fun listening to me read without glasses. All right, guys. Have a wonderful month of March. And if you're watching this after March, I just hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.